Me being nice. Lady that said she was going to visit a dude that played for the Ravens, lost her wallet at the casino.
Right.
She reached out to me. I got her the hotel room.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sam P. Let's talk about episode 1 of my favorite show, Real Housewives of Potomac right now. So it starts where it left off at the last of the season. Robyn and Juan done rehearsed their whole scene and the whole BS they wanted us to eat. It was something else. He came, and they're like, what's up? They kissed. They never kissed. I don't remember the last time I've seen them kiss, besides the day they got married for the second time. We don't see them being affectionate. But on this day, they were like, listen, they need you to believe them. So they're going to be kissing. And I was like, child. And they go right away talking about things being hard, and they're basically talking about everything and other accusation. And you can see that one was probably like, okay, you got one time for me to talk about it, and that's it. That was the most awkward moment ever.
Girl with the hotel receipt.
And once again, that was stupid. That was foolish.
Like, the whole situation between the lady in Canada and everything, talking about one is so nice.
It was me being nice.
Right.
I've given random homeless people $20, $50 before because I want to do a good deed.
It's so nice. Listen, girl says she's going to the US to see a football player that plays for the Robyn.
Young lady that said she was going to visit a dude that played for the Ravens.
Right.
He cannot afford the money to pay the hotel for her. You can afford, but that football player that plays currently in the NFL couldn't afford to pay an hotel for her, but you could. Robyn, listen, they ain't out, right? They know what they're doing, right? They don't want us in their marriage. Do I blame them? No. Do I think that they need to have a better story? Yes. Or do I think they should have just not say anything? It would have been better, rather than really try to make us believe we're just as dumb as they are. The person I'm more worried for is Robyn. Like, do you really believe him? I pray she knows the truth and she knows he cheated and just chose to forgive him. Because honestly, it's really hard to watch Delusion in front of you. And I'm not trying to even be mean with Robyn. It's just like, imagine how desperate you have to be mentally for you to believe that story that your husband that have previously cheated on you many times said to you. It's just sad, honestly. The whole situation with the ladies at the nail salon and all that, I'm going to be honest. Do I believe that he was probably doing something with the girl? I don't think so. I think that it probably works with the lady. Is it possible he may have slept with her? It's always possible, but I would say because he was in the middle of the scandal, him being seen with that other lady, I'm thinking, maybe she's just somebody he's working with. Would have it been better for him not to be seen? Definitely. But I guess he was probably thinking, I have nothing to hide, so I'm just going to do what I do. And if they see me, they see me. Him getting laid off is definitely making me feel that might be what is actually, motivating them to stay together. The financial part, they've always been open on how difficult their financial life has been in the past. And I think that they may be the type of couple that have that trauma bond together when it comes to financial. And that is definitely an incentive for him to have that scene with Robyn for the show, and for Robyn to keep her husband because he broke anyway, and she's is back to being the breadwinner. And yeah, I mean, that was very awkward. Nobody believes them but themselves. I just really hope that Robyn knows the truth and just choose to lie to us. But at the same time, I wish she wasn't the one that had to talk about stuff that her husband did or didn't do, right? What did y'all think of that scene? On the other side, we have Karen, Candiace, and Dr. Wendy meeting and talking about the whole situation because, yeah, like, they're in the middle of it. And, you know, Candiace is angry because, of course, she feels like Robyn was sitting on some real tea while her best friend was lying about her husband. And she probably feels that Robyn was aware of it, but, you know, they did it to protect her. Of course, Candiace has the right to be mad, and I'm so happy that Karen, Wendy, and Candiace are forming a trio against the Green Bandit, because the Green Eye Bandit, they're the evil twins. They're never going to separate. It doesn't matter if one person is wrong or not. They don't want to separate. They're not going to separate, so they need to have another group against them so that when there's animosity or that they're lying on people's name, they can better defend themselves. So I'm happy about it. We have Ashley in a new home with her 2 kids, and she is not living in the penthouse no more. And when I saw the price of that house, I was like, I'm so thankful I live in the South, because $2.2 million for what? This looks like a house that you could have gotten for $250 here in Texas before COVID. Honestly, I'm just saying. But the house is beautiful and it's big enough for her and her 3 kids. She's saying that she has a lot going on taking care of them because she's a full-time, you know, mom. But she does have help with the nanny. But at the end of the day, let's be real, she is a single mom. Her husband is not with her anymore. So she probably has a lot going on. So we see her talking to Giselle, who is asking her, so what's going on between you and your husband? What's the deal? And she's like, well, you know, I'm not in a hurry to get divorced. Ashley is all about the money, and I don't think that Ashley is going to be in a hurry to divorce if it means that she's not going to get the fund. And the only way for Ashley to be okay with a divorce is if she meets a man that's just as rich or richer than her husband, that she can basically divorce him to go with. If not, she is very at ease where she is at the moment. Do I blame Ashley? No, I mean, she knows what she's about. Her and Mia are the same type of woman. Mia and her husband are going through it. They're going through it. They downgraded everything. The husband is complaining about the situation with their company. Mia is not part of the company anymore. So it seems like the big check comes from the Real Housewives of Potomac. But as we know, Mia wants a divorce. So yeah, do I feel bad for husband? Not at all. You were cheating on your wife with this woman. What do you think was going to come out of it? Karma is a bitch. Next, we have Candiace and her husband. Candiace has been touring like crazy and it's been expensive, but she don't want to stop touring. She's happy to be home though. So she talks with her husband. They're having a little picnic and they talk about everything they had to go through. She expressed how angry she's at Giselle and disappointed with Robyn because she feels that, yeah, Robyn was very supportive at first, but then the stuff she was saying, yeah, and it's true. Robyn was, you know, playing the devil's advocate, talking about he probably was, and it's like, you're saying that Candiace's husband probably did those things, but you believe that your husband Juan is also nice, that he only paid for that girl's hotel room. Girl, bye. So yeah, they catch up and it seems that she's going to tour more. They're not talking about baby and stuff like that, but they are in a better place, so I'm happy for them. Next, we have Giselle organizing a pandemonium for Robyn. She needs an intervention. And we have Charisse there and Ashley, who both have been basically had experience with cheating husband. Giselle herself too. And honestly, I felt that Giselle didn't have a choice but to go in on Robyn because production told her, you better go in on her. Like, I know she's your friend, but this is your job, right? So they talked to Robyn, who was actually looking beautiful, and it was clear that Robyn is either faking it or is either in a very deep delusion.
All right, so what do y'all want me to do? Get mad at him and scream and throw a shoe at him? Oh my God, I can't believe you went to the nail salon with Brianna. Oh my God, how could you do that?
About whose fault it is if her life is a certain way. Robyn is more focused on blaming other people than to understand that her husband put her in the predicament where she has to blame other people.
I'm not going to tell him to end his friendship. I'm not going to tell him, oh, you can't do certain things that were fine before. At this point, I don't care what Robyn. I don't.
They're trying to talk to her. Charis gets emotional. They're trying to tell her that at the end of the day, what we want for you is to be happy. I don't think that Robyn is a space where she is capable of receiving what they have to say. Right now, she just feels like it's her against the world with her husband. What I don't like is that I really hope that Robyn is doing it because she's faking, but I don't think she's faking, because I do think that the reason why Robyn is hurt is because she feels like people are attacking her marriage, but it's like if you're 100% confident that your husband didn't do what he did, it wouldn't affect you as much as you're saying that it does. Does that make sense? Like when something truly doesn't bother you and you have no doubt out of the status of your relationship with your husband, you have no doubt that he hasn't been cheating, you have no doubt of anything, there's nothing that people are going to say that that's going to faze you that much. Yeah, you're going to be annoyed because nobody wants to hear people talking stuff about your marriage, but at the end of the day, you know what's going on. I think that Robyn is unhappy. A real friend sees it and they're telling her, you're not the same anymore, you're a shell of yourself, and you just need to make sure that you are okay. I think that they're not telling her leave him or stay, they're telling her do what you think is best for you. And people don't really take those words seriously, but it has a big meaning. There's women out there that are happy with cheating husband and they're fine. Really, like seriously. Like the woman that shows that it doesn't matter what my husband do, I'm gonna be happy. And they choose to stay for various reasons. And then there are others that are like, I'm not okay with that and I want to leave. You know what I mean? So I think that Robyn has to do what's best for herself. My issue with her is that she keeps on defending something that she doesn't even really believe on. So that's what is really kind of making her so frustrated. It was a hard scene to watch. I definitely wouldn't have wanted to be in Robyn's shoes. I hate it for her that she's the one that has to defend her marriage, honestly, because she's not the one that's been doing all those stuff. But I don't think that she's willing to receive what those lady has to say, because right now she was in the thick of it, right? But good luck to Robyn and her marriage. That's all I gotta say about that. At the end of the day, nobody likes divorce. I don't. If that's something they can work out, to work it out. But don't come and lie to us because we don't see your marriage the way you see it. On this note, for those of you that are new, hey, welcome, and I invite you to, and for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all so much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.